Hi everyone, it's Jenny from By Jenny Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to work up this cute bell Christmas ornament. I thought before I got started I would just real quick show you where the inspiration came for this ornament. These ornaments were made by my great-grandmother more than 30 years ago, and some of them are kind of falling apart. So I just thought it would be fun to recreate them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the supplies ready and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back with you now and I have all the supplies out. I also have 2 sets of bells here that I've worked up. So for this pattern, you're going to need a medium or worsted weight yarn. This particular yarn is no longer sold because sadly we don't have Joann's anymore, but you can find this type of yarn with the sparkle. Is made by a lot of different brands. My other favorite is Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn. So you're going to need very small amounts of worsted weight yarn. And then you'll also need a size I or 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. You could also use a 5 millimeter. It'll just turn out a little bit smaller. And then you need a pair of scissors, a darning needle, and then I actually have some bells here that were from my great-grandmother's stash of supplies. These are marked as 1/2 inch. This is the first time that I've actually worked with bells, so I don't know if they are still sized in that way, but I thought it was pretty cool that I get to actually use her bells while I'm recreating her pattern. So you just need 2 of those. This size works really well because the needle can fit through this hole pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to just move these out of the way and we can go ahead and get started right away. Okay, so we're going to start with a magic circle. To make a magic circle, you'll have your working yarn in the left, the end in the right. Place your thumb on top of the working yarn. Wrap the end around your thumb and behind the working yarn. Insert your hook, grab the working yarn, chain 1. And now we're going to work 8 double crochet into the circle. And this chain 1 that we started with does not count as a stitch. So 1, 3, 4, 5. And here's my 8th. After you've made your 8th double crochet, you can pull your end so that your circle is tight. And then we're going to be joining with a slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet you made. You are not going to be joining to the chain 1. So if you're having a hard time seeing it, you can also count the top loops to make sure you have your 8. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you can see here these loops is your 8. So you're going to work a slip stitch to join. Then we're going to chain 1. And now for row 2, we're going to work 2 double crochet into each stitch around. Okay, I just have 2 more to work here. Okay, and now you should have 16 double crochet. You can go ahead and count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And then we're going to do the same thing as we did before. We're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet you made. Okay, now for row 3, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work 1 double crochet into each of the first 3 stitches, and then we're going to work 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and we're going to repeat that around. So that's 1 double crochet into the first, 1 double crochet into the second, 1 double crochet into the third, 2 double crochet into your 4th stitch. Go ahead and continue that around, and then I'll see you at the end of the row. I'm just working up my last double crochet here. When you get to the end of row 3, you should have 20 double crochet. Go ahead and join with a slip stitch to your first double crochet, chain 1, and now rows 4 and 5 are going to be exactly the same. You're just going to chain 1 and then work 1 double crochet into each stitch around. When you get to the end, you'll join with a slip stitch like we've been doing. So go ahead and work your piece up until you've finished row 5, and then I'll meet back up with you. Okay, I've worked the last stitch of row 5 here, and I just need to join. For row 6, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to turn our piece, and we're going to be working our stitches on the opposite side of our bell here. This is going to make a difference for at the end when we turn our bell right side out. We won't have the wrong side of the stitches showing down here. So your first stitch is not going to be worked in the space that your join is in. Instead, you're going to be working right here because you can see the join is really tight. So we're going to work our first double crochet here. And now we're just going to be working 1 double crochet into each stitch around. So go ahead and work your way around, but meet back up with me before you do your last stitch. Okay, I'm at 19 double crochet, and I just wanted to be sure to show you where to work your 20th double crochet. Now this is the stitch that we joined to, but we're going to be working our last double crochet into this space. So you can see this is our chain 1, and now we're going to work our final double crochet right into this same space here. Just like that, and now you should have 20 double crochet. Go ahead and join with a slip stitch. And now for row 7, this is our final row. We're just going to chain 1, and we're going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch around. Go ahead and work your way around, and then I'll meet back up with you. I'm just working up my last single crochet of the row. You should have 20 single crochet. Go ahead and join with a slip stitch. And now we can yarn over, pull through and fasten off. And now we're just going to sew in this end only. We're going to leave this one for helping with tying on the bell. So go ahead and grab your needle. Put the yarn onto the needle. And then we're just going to pull our yarn to the back. And because this is an item that won't be worn, I'm just going to go back and forth 2 times and it should be secure enough. So you're just working under that single crochet row. So that's 1 time. Then I'm just going to go back. And now you can go ahead and cut this end. And so we have one of our bells. Now you'll need to go back and make a second bell, and then I will show you how to make the tie so that you can place it on the tree. I have my 2 bells here, but we're going to leave those set aside for a second, and then we're just going to work up our chain. So go ahead and make your slip knot. And then you're just going to chain 70. So go ahead and work up your chain of 70, and then I will meet back up with you when I've completed my chain. Okay, I have my chain of 70 completed. Now we're just going to cut our yarn here. And then pull through, pull this tight, pull both ends tight. And now what we're going to do is place one end onto your needle. And you're just going to work your needle through the center of the bell. Right through here, right through the magic circle. You're going to pull it through on the other side. And now you can add your bell. Now you can remove your needle, and you're just going to knot this together 2 times. And now we can sew in these 2 ends, and then we'll be repeating that for the other side, the other bell. So just go ahead and put your yarn on your needle. And I like to put these ends under the first row that we made. It really doesn't matter, I guess. But I feel like it makes sure the magic circle is secure. So go ahead and sew your ends in, and then I'll be right back with you to do the other side of the bell. I've got this side all finished. You can actually turn this right side out now. And then you're just going to fold up these last 2 rows, your single crochet row and a double crochet row. Just like that. So we have one of our bells finished here. Okay, now we're just going to do the same thing for the other bell. Put your yarn on your needle. Sometimes it'd be difficult with this tinsel. It can help if you twist it in your fingers. There we go. So then I'm going to pull it through the magic circle. Make sure your magic circle is pulled tight. Okay, then add your bell. Then you can knot these two together twice. And sew in your ends. Go ahead and sew your ends in, and then I'll be right back with you so that I can show you how to tie the bow here. Okay, now I'm just going to turn this one right side out also. You might need to just shape it, but it should keep its shape pretty well. So there we have both of our sides done. And now to tie your bow, you're just going to take it in your hands like this. And you're just going to tie your bow. So like make your X, pull this part of the bow through the circle, then pull tight. And you might have to adjust. So I just make the loops smaller so that I can tighten it nice. Just like that. And now we have all three colors of bells done here. Let me get them all over here to show you. This red yarn is my favorite. It's so pretty. Trying to make the camera focus. So there you have it. There's our bows all completed. Thank you so much for watching along and crocheting with me. I hope to see you again very soon with another tutorial.